Right. So you were saying this is your first time. Is there any particular reason why you chose to go with SWAT and not another agency? Be honest.
I was recommended by a good friend of mine, Carla Plunkett,
Oh,
and I must say, like,
thank you,
and I was,
Carla.
Yeah, yeah, go Tally.
and I stalk you guys on your Instagram page. I watch YouTube videos and stuff, and I mean, I got a lot of great reviews. I read the comments and stuff, so I'm like, okay, why not go with SWAT? And I went, and I had no issue. Shout out to Shavai. I had no
Yes.
issue whatsoever. So yeah.
Okay, nice. All right, so tell me a little bit about the experience because I remember you sending in a video. And trust me, guys, this young lady was dancing. What, rodeo? You went to the rodeo or something
Yes.
like that in cowboy
So
boots. I'm like, what?
so my operational manager and my supervisor, along with a coworker of mine, they're like, okay, we're taking it to the rodeo since they got cultural activities to do. So I'm like, okay, then fine. So they're like, yeah, you gotta dress up. So I got the boots and I got the hat to like dress up as. I think we went through the national park. Okay, so I was close to the oldest national park in the United States. Whoop, whoop, shout out to me. So I think I was in, like, I think it was Wyoming.
Mm-hmm.
I was exactly in there, but I was in there, so I went and it was fun. I got to ride the bull and stuff, so I had to act the part. So that was actually so fun, and it was my first time at the rodeo, first time in the United States, and I enjoyed myself.
Okay, so what was it like going to that state? You said you went to what state did you go?
I went to Montana and it was cold.
Mm.
It was cold. It was snowing all summer until about like the second week of June. So I
What?
was just there shivering. Yes.
So did you
Yes.
know that's the weather to expect so that you could have packed accordingly?
Yes. It was
Oh,
mentioned on the job offer. Guys, read your job offer. It
yes.
was mentioned. So
Important.
I took a few warm clothes, but I was still cold, but I survived. I
Yeah.
survived.
Oh,
And yeah.
very good, very good. So very important, as Talia said. You guys need to read your job offer. Your job offer is so detailed. It tells you, the weather that you can expect at the time when you're gonna be arriving. So for those gonna be going to Montana, if you choose a job and it's in Montana, Talia would be a great person to speak with. She's telling you from off the bat that
Yeah.
right? And I really liked you. I really love your spirit, Talia, because
Ah, thank you.
yeah, me tell you some of your spirit and my spirit gel because as I say, I like people where it's fun and outgoing.
Vibes,
I
eh?
like to have fun, right? So when I
Yes.
saw you doing the different activities, I'm like, no man, this girl is something else. She really got, I think you really embodied the entire essence of what the cultural exchange program is, right?
Thank you.
And that's what I want students. I want students to understand that the program is so much more than just a money-making venture. It's really for you to step out of your comfort zone,
Comfort zone.
right? Experience life and culture in another country, right? Whatever you make, I don't want you guys to constantly have it in your head about money, 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 because it's so much more than that. And your videos showed me that you understood the entire concept of what the work and travel program is. And I'm so very proud of you. So if you were
Thank you.
supposed to leave a word of advice to our students, what would that be?
Part one, read your job offer,
Yeah.
participate in all the cultural activities you can.
Mhm.
Not just only work, yes, you're going to work, but also find time like to share your culture with other persons that are there from different country or over the states.
Mhm.
And just be you and enjoy yourself.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna share the video. So,
Okay.
so tell me if you're seeing it, Talia.
Yes, I'm seeing it.
You're seeing the screen. Okay, so let me
Yes.
share your video so they can see. But thank you so much for sharing. And after I share your video, I'm gonna allow, let's say, two questions Because I'm sure students probably, I see some hands up. So I'm sure there
Sure.
might be students who want to ask you a question. Please, guys, don't get into the girl's business. I asked her how much money she did make. I know some of you know. Okay. All right. So let me see if I can. So play from current side. All right.
So take a shot at me.
Don't have the boss just get you down. Turn it around and turn around. There's a party, everybody put Let's go stop people don't talk whether you feel better. Yeah, got drink on my mind.
All right. So questions. Does anyone have any questions for Talia? And Kimberly, you can line up yourself. You're next with your presentation. Any questions for Talia?
The thing is, Monica, there were hands already up, so we can't know if those are for Talia or not.
Mm-hmm. Okay. If it's not for Talia, I'm gonna ask you to take down your hands. I'm gonna give some time for us to have a question and answer section. But I want us to, if you have any questions for Talia, now is the time for you to ask. If not, then I'm gonna thank her again and I'm gonna have our second guest speaker. So any questions for Talia? I still see Dominic's hand up. Dominic, is your question for Talia? All right, so I'm not getting an answer from Talia. Talia, thank you so much for presenting. No, I mean, I'm not getting an answer from Dominic. But Talia, thank you so much for presenting. I really
You're welcome.
right. Really love your videos and your photos. And as I said, I always had a wonderful time whenever you sent in any materials.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. Thanks for sharing.
You're welcome.
Hello.
Yes, hello.
Oh, this is Dominic. Apologies, I went away for a second.
Okay. Do you have a
Yes.
question for Talia?
No, not specifically to Talia, but
Mm-hmm.
I was asking earlier if I could use a visa that has expired because I haven't renewed my visa as yet
All
in
right.
the
So
documents uploaded.
right. So I'm gonna ask if you can just send. Okay. So we can deal with that query after. All right. Or you can send an
Okay.
email with that query and we'll address it. What I'm trying to do is to have the questions for the presenters at this time. Okay.
Okay.
All right. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna invite our next presenter because it's getting close to our wrap-up time. So I'm gonna invite our next presenter. Are you guys still seeing? I think I had stopped sharing. So hold on. All right, so I hope you guys are seeing my screen. All right, so our next presenter is Kimberly Bruce. And Kimberly was a participant of the Green Heart Department. She attends UTech, second-year student. She attends UTech. She's a second-year student and she's doing a BSc in applied. Abigail, mute your mic, please. So Kimberly Bruce, she went with the Green Heart Department. She's a second-year UTech student doing a BSc in Applied Artificial Intelligence. Okay, nice. Kimberly, welcome.
Hello,
Kimberly,
Miss. How are you doing?
hi, I'm fine. How are you?
I'm pretty good. Good afternoon, everyone. How
Nice.
are we doing today?
Well, I know I'm doing great. I don't know about the
I
students.
can definitely see that.
Yes, I am doing fine. Guys, how are you doing? Kimberly's asking on a door. On a door.
I'm okay.
Okay, nice. All right.
Great.
So I'm gonna play a video from Kimberly's experience, and then we're gonna talk a little bit to Kimberly to get an idea as to what her experience was like.
Couple mile with haters say no until they fade away. Amazing they are great, but after all the game I gave away. Safe to say I paved the way for you cats to get paid today. Still be wasting days away now that I never saved the day. Consider them my protege. How much I think they should pay instead of being gracious, they violate it.
All right, nice. All right, so Kimberly, how many times have you been on the work and travel program?
That was actually my first time. So it was my very first experience.
What? And what state did you go to?
I went to South Dakota.
South Dakota. Why you go so far?
Yes.
Was it what was it about that state?
Um, I'm one with nature, and then based on how the place is, I just readily connected to it. So I felt like I'd be at home there. Mental health for me is very important. So readily I'm seeing where if I'm overwhelmed with work, I could just go outside and, get a breather and I'm okay. So that worked for me. But if you're not a person who is in tune with nature like I am and who resets that way, it just
Yeah.
wouldn't work for you.
Oh, okay. So you're someone who love bush.
Yes, I'm a country girl. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Okay, very good, very good, very good. So South Dakota has a lot of greenery, just like how Portland out here, so have a lot of greenery. South
Yes.
Dakota is like that. Okay, nice. I hope you guys are taking notes, So if you know say, is not a nature loving person and stuff like that, then you already mentally have to prepare yourself that okay, this is the type of scenery that you're gonna get if you go to South Dakota, correct?
Correct.
All right. So tell me a little bit about your the company that you worked with and what you did there.
Okay, so I worked with Rush Mountain Adventure Park. I was a ride operator. They have 4 main attractions. However, I didn't work one attraction, which is pretty much like a jumbo gym kind of vibe. So growing up, we're used to that. So it's an obstacle course. You have to do a lot of swinging and, that just was not for me readily. Upon, leaving, I tried it and I actually liked it. So I kind of regret not doing it. But I was mostly working at the coaster, the zip line. There's also the gunslinger where you get to play games. So that was what like a typical day for me was. So some days you're on top rides and then other days you're at the coaster. So the bottom rides. So that's how they do it.
Okay, so interesting. So what would you say to someone who tells their friends, no, don't pick no rides up because that's like a rides operator position, right?
Yes.
Yes. So I've heard students saying, no, I don't want a rides operator job. And yeah, you're there at the sun hot all day and da 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 da. What would you say to someone like that?
I'm a very practical person. So if it is that I come across something that works for me and I see where I can benefit and develop within a position, whatever it may be in life, I'm going to do it. So I would have communicated this to, several people. They expressed their discontent, but I saw where that matched my goals. I saw where I could have fun as an individual. I saw where I could grow, and I want to be doing something that I enjoy. So outside of doing this bachelor in artificial intelligence, I do have an associate degree in entertainment design. So I'm an entertainment person. So I saw we were working at an amusement park just fit the bill. So
Yes.
I pursued it because it just made sense for me. So you have to tailor whatever you're going to do in life to match your needs. So you might want to go with your friends. I went with friends actually, and they were
Yes.
fine. So it met their needs as well. So people, just find your people, your inner circle, and just thrive with them. So that's how that works.
Listen to me now, Kimberly. Me like you. Me love you because you're a very, very practical person. And you seem like the type of girl where, just make decisions like that. You make sure that you get all of your information.
A
You're not,
lot of research.
and you don't seem like a follower either. You look like you have your mind set steadfast. So you're not a follower. So if you see that something work for you, you're not one of them where just go with the flow and follow the group. Am I correct?
Correct. But we have to be very mindful because I was traveling in a group. So I
Yeah.
also considered their needs and I
Yeah.
made sure that whatever we were doing, it's also, it also would fit the bill. So I
Right.
made sure to consider everybody. Everybody was okay. Everybody was content.
Yes.
And that's how we proceeded.
Very good. How did you come by signing up with SWAT?
Research. So I, I'm a researcher and I don't like being uncomfortable.
Okay.
Discomfort should be present when you're trying to grow. That's the only time that I'm okay with being uncomfortable.
Mhm.
But I came across SWOT. I did my research. I saw where other people spoke about it. I saw your legacy. I saw the mission statement. I saw the interactions with students via your social media platforms. I saw what you have been doing for years. I saw that it's uncontested, and I really had no other choice. So,
Boy, may I tell you, me not but feel like I just need to done this session because you just summed it up really, really nicely.
you
And
can't finish it. I have a presentation for you, I have a little
okay.
surprise.
All right,
So,
go ahead.
just a
Go
few tips.
go right
Just a
ahead.
few tips. Can you allow me to share my screen, or would you like me to send it to
I
Paul?
can I
Send the
I can allow you
Okay.
to with all pleasure if I can figure out how to, but I'll do it in a minute. Hold on. So maybe I need to just make you co-host, right? So I just made you co-host. So try and see if you can share now.
Right.
Awesome.
All right. So, can you see my screen at the moment?
I most definitely can.
All right. So, I'm just going to go through the slides. If you want to take screenshots, then that would be cool.
Mhm.
So before leaving, this is the big 10 for me. So you have to do your research. We've been talking about that for this entire time. Traveling groups, that makes sense. You're safe, especially if you're a female, it's practical to do so. And just going around, going in a place that you don't know, if you want a second opinion, if something happens, you have people to balance you out. So
Yeah.
make copies of all your documentation, get an executive checkup at the doctor. So that's a full checkup. So before you leave, we've been talking about health, and I'm a sickly person myself. I've
Oh.
experienced my fair share of things there. So just make sure you get a full checkup and to just avoid circumstances that would lead to you getting sick.
Mhm.
Stock up on prescribed medication. So
Mhm.
that's something you want to do if you know that you have a pre-existing condition. So scope out the area that you will be traveling. So the means of transportation, emergency services, convenience stores, potential second jobs if desired. Notify your employer about when you'll be coming over because they need to know that and they need to confirm that they've received your email, your message, whatever means it is. Purchase necessities to supply you for a month. So until your first paycheck, it could be 2 weeks. It depends on where you're going. Ensure your schoolwork is, attended to. Everything is no loose ends there. Determine your why. So for me, why I was going, I just wanted to travel. I did just want to go foreign. Firstly, I wanted to experience it. I wanted the full experience. Everything that people are talking about, I wanted to see it for myself. I wanted to have it. So I just decided to go, and I got more than I bargained for. So the day off. So you want to make sure that you book your bus ticket if you're traveling with Knutsford. If you're going with somebody, have them prepared on standby if something should go wrong. You should always have a backup plan. So if you have somebody that's gonna take you, make sure that you have somebody else on standby. So be early. So it's practical to arrive, to the airport like 2 hours before time so you can eat. Trust me, eating is very important. I appreciate food. So make sure you eat. Make sure you use the bathroom, those sorts of things. Travel with portable chargers, a neck pillow, blankets, just whatever for your comfort. And I hope I'm not moving too fast. I'm doing so because of time, but at the same time, you can take screenshots. So upon arrival, strive for necessities such as water, cleaning agents, toiletries, sterilize your room. So my best friend who was there with me, she has sinuses as well as her cousin. So we had to make sure the plane was spick and span. Of course, you're going to make sure the place is clean, but you have to go the extra mile if you want to preserve your health. So complete relevant arrival processes via your portals, and that's a SWAT portal. So exercise mindfulness. So do the job that you're being paid to do. Um, while we were there, we experienced several things, and not necessarily from our standpoint, but just seeing how other persons operate. So no slacking off. Stop using your phone during work hours. Don't do it. Avoid sleeping on the job. So avoid nonchalance in the presence of customers. And trust me, you will meet some customers that will provoke you. But my mother always say you dance again before you dance abroad. So I am a composed person because I've seen my family be composed in difficult situations. So make sure you practice mindfulness when you have difficult people, because they will come. Go the extra mile. So the jobs always offer incentives, for employee productivity. Ensure that you have good, great, exemplary interpersonal skills that goes a far way. Showcase your hidden talents. Coexist with others, right? So be fair and practical. Share, consider each other's share tasks. So when we were living together, I used to do the cooking. So I just cooked. And then they did other tasks like cleaning the bathroom, cleaning the house, and everybody would have a day for themselves. Some days we would just come together and make sure everything is done. So malicious intent doesn't have a shade. So I spoke a little bit about my experience with help, but I'm not going to get into that. What I'm going to say is that people are people. And because we are people, we are very much imperfect. People will do things, people will come to you and they'll seem like they're nice, they're kind, but not everybody's kind. Not everybody's you. Not because you have a good heart means everybody heart good. I couldn't find a coconut when I did it, so I couldn't extend that to them. So work well. But just be mindful that people are seeing how you operate. People are seeing that people gravitate towards you, and not everybody will like that. There's power in the tongue. If we grow in a church, we know that there's power in the tongue. So be wary of what you say. People will twist your words. So be very wary of that. Just moving along so we can get on with it. So go out, have fun. So have fun, visit hidden gems, explore known attractions, eat, and then eat some more. We love the food. We want to try everything. Make sure you're eating. Like Thalia, which is my niece's name, by the way. I experienced the rodeo, but I never ride the bulls. I'm fully black. I couldn't do that. Thalia have something in her, but I couldn't do that. So I like seeing it, but that wasn't for me. It was a nice experience. We also visited Wyoming. We went to Devil's Tower. It was pretty good, actually. So it was so weird just seeing the volcano right there. We were just so close to it. The storylines, behind it. It was an experience altogether. So form bonds and network, do group activities, so carpool. So depending on where you go in work and travel, you might want to carpool. And beyond that, carpool, because if you want to go somewhere, you have an emergency, you have a friend that you can call to take you somewhere, that's a plus. So have movie nights, game nights, celebrate birthdays. So we did all of that while over there we were still living. We were still having a good time. So unforeseen circumstances, reserve funds for emergencies. So for your health, take vitamins, eat and eat well, avoid tap water, go for walks, go to the park, spend some time alone. Do not underestimate alone time. So mental health insurance, that's your mental health insurance. If you're unwell, you can try self-treating using home remedies. Healthcare can be expensive, so explore online doctors. We have access to that. So before going to a physical doctor, try exploring other means. Contact your sponsor if you aren't sure how to proceed or approach a problem that has arisen, and they're there to help. So communication, we're going to expound on that a little bit. So be honest and open about how you're feeling rather than not communicate. This is in your workspace. You have every right to express discontent in a very respectful manner. So communicate changes or lapses to your employer firstly. And if they're not rectified or attended to in a timely manner, you want to speak to your sponsor. So housing, you want to make sure you relay that. So your sponsor is there for you. Communicate, communicate, communicate. You may be older than some persons that you'll be working with. You cannot use that as a scapegoat to disrespect them or belittle what they house in their small shell with their age, labeling them. You can't use that. So if they're overseeing you, you have to be respectful to them. Do not overstep.
Right.
We're almost finished, Miss Foster. Don't worry yourself. So budget, make a budget prior to your arrival. So decipher your needs, your wants, your responsibilities, commitments. limit eating out. So yes, we eat a lot, but at the same time, we cooked mostly at home. So we would take lunch to work and stuff like that. So pool resources. When we're going grocery shopping, everybody would give $100. So 80 would go to grocery. 10%, $10 was contingency, and then the other 10 was just for unforeseen things. So we balanced each other out. You're gonna have people that are difficult to coexist with, but I just did not allow that. So so as soon as everybody arrived, I'm like, okay, this is how it's gonna work. We're gonna get through this. We're gonna be stuck with each other for some months, and we have to make it work. So that's just the mindset I left my home with. I extended it to the persons there, and they just followed suit, and that was cool. So exploit sales, known cheap stores like Dollar Store. You want to go there. This is just my budget for my next trip, and this is the mind I have. So I've already fleshed out my needs. I've already fleshed out things that I could possibly do, and based on what I have here, I'm going to tailor something around it. So the job, the interest, whatever I want to do, that's how I operate. Okay, so departure. So when you're leaving the States, so leave the place clean. Let's do that. All right. So make use of thrift stores for items that you don't want to take home. Check to see if you have things that are allowed in your particular luggage type. That's a big deal. Ensure luggage is under 50 pounds. Ensure documentation for travel is accessible. So you don't want to be going in your bag every minute. If you have like a bag that has a little section or compartment that you can just put your documents in, that's wise. Travel in groups. So if you're not the person who did a round trip, we did a round trip, but we still ended up coming back with persons who were there and did, their trip differently. But if you can travel in groups, that's wise. You get to make sure you're safe. In the case of emergencies, you have people there with you. And I think that's a very good approach. So lastly, my experience. So employee events, we had a potluck. We had different foods. My friends made patties. So curry goat patty, beef patty. I jerked chicken for the entire park and the arcade because it's two companies combined. So that was cool. Unlimited access to the park and arcade services and products. So that's what we had on a daily. So even if we're there and, there's nobody there, it's not too busy, we could go for rides. If we had children who were scared, we could make the experience better for them. I would tell them stories while going over the coaster just to limit or lessen rather their anxiety. So random days, we would be treated to lunch. So that was a very good experience as well. So we experienced their delectables, their cuisine, formed bonds we formed beautiful bonds that led to friendships and beyond. Endless laughter, outings, and activities such as bonfires. We visited other states, saw Devil's Tower. We went hiking, experienced a rodeo, etc. Weekly town visits where we, raid stores. We'd go there, saying we're just looking. And my first time in Target didn't go well. I completely lost it. I didn't have any control and I overspent. Let's not do that. So the last thing is the good jobs by you. So it's an incentive. When you go to work at these places, you will get incentives if you're performing well. So always strive to give your best. So we would earn $5 together with, a little notation just stating why we received this good job by you. At the end of, the program, we earned a much bigger prize. And for me, it was a human-sized Yoshi that I couldn't take home. Unfortunately, I couldn't find any, vacuum bags that would fit. But that was my experience. It was a very thrilling experience. Thank you for listening to me. I hope that this would have shed some light on, any concerns or questions you might have had.
Excellent presentation. You have gone over and above, but I know that the students who are here, they appreciate what you did. Excellent presentation. So I'm hoping that they did their screenshots. And are you having do you go live on like social media and share your J1 experience? Do you do that?
I am not a live person, but I'm a media person. So if it is that you want that, I could do that. I have no issue doing that just to help you to promote, this season.
Right. So it's not for us, but because of what you just did, I'm thinking because I've seen a number of students who've done the program, they go on and they share their experience and they share tips on what students should do who are considering it. So I'm just saying because you did such an excellent presentation, I think something like this you could do. So if you want to tell them what your social media handle is so that the students can probably look out for some more videos, you could do that. Just say.
So I'm O Masterpiece on Instagram. I could do some lives with that. So for the persons who missed a couple of the slides, I could go over the slides one day if you'd like. I'm completely open to that.
Okay, so what you said that social media handle is?
So it's O Masterpiece. I'm going to type it in the chat.
Right. And state the platform, if it's Instagram, TikTok, so that they can go and follow you. Same thing for Talia. Talia, you can put your if it is that you're not a private person and you're willing for persons to follow you, put your contact information, your social media handle in the chat. And for the other presenters that are coming up, you can do the same. So
Okay, I will.
students can follow you guys, and both of you a very, very good presentation, and I appreciate it so much. I'm gonna allow one person, if you have any question for Miss Bruce, you can go ahead. Any questions for Kimberly? All right, it seems as if most of our students are shy this evening, so that is fine. You guys did an awesome job with your presentation. Thank you so much, Kimberly, for being willing to share your experience.
No problem, miss.
I will definitely be calling on you again. All right, both of you.
No problem.
All right, thank you. All right, okay, so our next presenter is Kimani Butner. So Kimani, so let me see if I can. Kimani, are you still there?
Yes, miss, I'm still here.
All right. So we have Kimani. Hold on. So guys, we're winding down. I know that you guys have gotten a lot of information, but I have to admit, hasn't the information been good so far? True or false?
True.
False, miss.
True, miss.
Okay,
True.
somebody said
True,
false.
True.
Okay, I thought I heard a false. All right. Okay, so we're winding down, but I want all of our presenters that we invited to get some time to speak. For the sake of time, though, I'm gonna ask you guys to go through, not to rush it, but to go through your presentations quickly so that other persons can get to present. So I'm just trying to bring up back. So let me share back my screen. All right, so Chevoy already covered things that you need to consider when you're going through the job access. So thankfully, he went through his thing very concisely. So it gives us time to skip these slides. And then we're going to do a giveaway after. So Adra, I'm going to come to your thing shortly, but I'm just giving a gentleman a chance to present because so far we've had two ladies. So I'm going to allow Kimani, then we're going to go to Adra and then Nasilia. And we're going to do a quick giveaway after that. So Kimani, let me share your video.
Tell me what it takes to get you feeling alive. Tell me how to show you it's a beautiful life. I know anything to pull you into the light, 'cause everything will change when you open your eyes. Yeah, so imagine the sunlight and out without you. Don't you realize how lucky we are? Your heart, baby, let it all go tonight. Like we was running out there, we got screaming
All right, nice. Kimani, are you there?
Yes, miss, I'm here.
All right. Kimani,
You hear
how
me?
many times? Yeah, my man Ariel. How many times have you been on the program, sir?
So I've been on the program 2 times so far.
2 times. All right. So the 2 times that you went, was it with SWAT or you went 1 time with another agency and then 1 time with us?
Nobody better than SWAT. Definitely went with SWAT for the 2 times.
All right. Good job. And is there any particular reason why you did the program twice with SWAT?
So for the first time, I was actually researching SWAT from high school. I've been
What?
looking at the J1 program from high school, and then I got convinced by a YouTube video. I believe his name was Shamar Crossfield.
Yes.
He recommended
I've
SWAT,
heard
and
of
that
you.
was like the nail in the coffin
Yeah.
from right there. And from I went the first time, and I went back second time with SWAT. So I've been
Okay,
here
good.
since my first trip.
Awesome. You see how important it is, word of mouth is. So, it's good when students have good experiences that they really don't keep it to yourself, share it with other people. If you know, yeah, you know somebody that did the program with us and they had an awesome experience, share it because see, he saw a YouTube video, the students recommended us, and he decided to sign up with us, and now he's done the program 2 times. All right, so tell me a little bit, your video now. I see where it's Super Wings was where you worked.
Yes, ma'am. That's where I went.
Okay, where what state was this?
This was in North Carolina in the Outer Banks.
North
So yeah, North
Carolina.
Carolina.
Okay, nice. And what was it like working there? Was it a whole heap of work,
It
tiring,
was
fatigue?
amazing. Um, for me, all right. So for me, it's a lot of work
Yes.
because they have like 23 different stores. I know a person that pulled like 14, 15 hour shifts 6 times for the week. So a lot of person they were tired. For me, I did the same as well. I was working a lot, but I also made time to have fun and go out as you saw in the video.
Yes.
It's a nice place. It's beautiful. It's almost similar to Jamaica in a sense, but it's not cold. There was no
Okay.
snow or nothing, so that was good. It's a really beautiful place.
Okay, nice. And for persons who've never been on the program before, what is it? What recommendation would you give them being a first timer that you think they need that they must know?
All right. So first thing is ensure you're always sending your documents and
Yeah.
stay on top of the notices that are coming in. Don't just read the messages them and forget about it because it's going to cost you. Everything that's gonna happen from now on, because from now within to December is most of the easy street. Once January hits, that's where crunch time comes in. So what time you get to go to the embassy and what time you get your work permit is gonna depend on you because if you do anything, person that's what can't help you. So
Yeah.
it's you just ensure you send your documents and be on time with everything that you're doing.
Okay, nice.
And don't be nervous. Trust me. It's not like everything you see on TikTok. Nobody not gonna try, do anything or be bad to you. Like just go over there, do your business, have fun. Trust me, it's a wonderful experience.
Right. So the people that you worked with, they were welcoming, they didn't stigmatize you or anything like that.
Uh, Very, 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 very. They were very welcoming. On the first day I went there, I was greeted with a hug from Miss Lara Stefan. She's the HR manager there. They took
Oh,
me to the house that I'm going to be staying with. They showed me to the store. They drove me to the store that I'm going to be working.
nice,
Met the managers, met the workers there. They introduced me to the host. They showed me to my room,
nice.
everything. They were very welcoming. And when I started working, they gave me training. They took the time with me. It was very good. They were very welcoming.
Awesome. Very good. Very good. And I don't think I shared with you guys, but Kimani, so we're featuring a lot of students this evening that actually attend UTech. So Kimani is a UTech student. Your final year, Kimani?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And Kimani went with CHI, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So he went with the CHI sponsor, and you're currently doing a BSc in computer networking and security.
Yes, I am.
Nice. All right. Very impressive. Thank you so much, Kimani, for sharing your story. Again, I really, really loved your video, your pictures that you had sent in, and this video that, we were able to put together with those photos, and you sent in some short videos as well. Really, really enjoyed it. I appreciate the fact that you have supported SWAT, not just once, but twice, right? So I really, really do appreciate that. And we don't take it for granted or
Can I leave a short tip with it?
Of
Trust me.
course, go right
Can I
ahead.
have a short tip? I recommend whenever you go, whenever you go there, be open. You're gonna meet other Jamaicans, other persons from the Caribbean. Don't just click up with all the Jamaicans that are there and don't interact with other people. Because when I went, it was a lot of Spanish influence, Turkish. I've met a lot of Jamaican kids now that went on the program that are not able to speak Turkish. I myself now I'm able to help customers in Spanish as well. So be open wherever you're going. Experience the culture. And because of that, I was able to earn a certificate from CHI saying that I'm able to now work internationally with people
Nice.
from different cultural backgrounds. So it will definitely open doors for you.
Awesome. Excellent. And I'm so proud of you, Kimani. Are you going to be doing the program
Thank you.
again? Or you said this
Yeah,
is
of course, 100%.
right. Okay, great.
100%.
Because you're in your final year, so you can do the program. All right. So looking forward to have you again with us this year.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for presenting. Do you guys have any questions for Kimani?
Thank
All right, no questions. All right, not a problem. So I'm gonna turn over now to, is it Adra or Adra? Because I don't want to spoil up your name. Miss Cooper? Is Miss Cooper here? All right, it doesn't sound as if Adra is here. What about Nasilia Robinson? Is Nasilia here?
Yes, I'm here.
All right, Nasilia, thank you so much for waiting. Are you able to turn on your camera or no?
Not right now, because I'm actually traveling and I'm sorry for the noise in the background. But
Oh.
can you hear me though?
I can hear you. So are you going to be able to speak since you're traveling?
Yeah, I can speak.
All right. So I'm going to play your video. Your video is just a short video. So I'm going to play it and then we're going to have a quick convo, okay?
Keep on that. You got the vibe.
All right. Tell me a little bit about this video, Nasilia. You went on a lake?
Okay, so where we were, it's actually surrounded by lakes. So the property that was owned by our boss, it has a few lakes. So we were allowed to just casually go on the lake whenever we feel like, just take our cruise and go out whenever we feel like so.
Okay, nice. What state did you go to?
Which
I'm not hearing you. It seems your internet connection is a little bit. Wisconsin?
Yes. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, but it's chipping in and out. I don't know if it's because they're traveling. But let's see how best we can get through this. So you went to Wisconsin. Tell me a little bit about the job that you did. What position did you have in Wisconsin? Oh, Nasilia, I'm not hearing you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Because I'm heading towards the toll, so I'm assuming it's the signal.
Mm-hmm.
But can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, so I went to Wisconsin, into the country part of, like, deep in the country.
Mm-hmm. All right, Nasilia, we're not hearing you. So because the internet connection is a bit bad, I don't think it makes sense though. Because I'm not hearing you. So I know the other persons aren't hearing you as well. All right.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah.
Right. Can I make Devonnie Walker speak for me because he's here and
Yeah, but you're both in the same location?
No, not the same.
Okay, all right. You can have him.
And he's here right now. Dev, can you please speak for me, please? So we share the same type of feeling and
Okay, not
everything.
a problem. Not a problem. Is he on?
Are you guys hearing me?
Yes. Speak up and
Yeah, I
listen.
think I saw him.
1 sec. Let me make sure you guys can hear me properly.
I'm hearing you now.
All right, is this better?
Much better. Much better.
All right. So yes, as she said, Wisconsin was amazing. Absolutely amazing. It was a lot of acres of land that our boss owned with a bunch of cabins, probably like 20 plus cabins, right?
Yes.
And retirees or a lot of persons would come there and stay for probably like a week as they get like more into the season. And
Right.
we worked at the server and it
Mhm.
was fun working with a few people. We had some Thailand friends, and as we had a Caucasian friend as well. She was a lot, a lot of things. She was great, but it was nice. We did a lot of fun stuff. Like our boss let us try water skiing, which definitely is not as easy as it looks, but
Mhm.
as fun as it looks. He has a little private plane as well that he took us flying in and gave us the opportunity of flying it as well. That was
Okay,
cool.
nice.
Um, our boss had what would you call it? A photo shoot night where we went to her house. There was a
Yes,
little
I saw
setup.
those.
When if you're seeing a picture on the screen right now,
Yes.
that's me, Nas, and Kimani who was there as well.
Aw.
It was just absolutely amazing.
So
We wanted to
it sounds like
go
your
ahead.
boss really went over and beyond for you guys to get some cultural exchange activities done.
Definitely, definitely. And she will always say anything for my Jamaicans. Yeah.
Oh, oh, that is so nice. So are you guys thinking of going back to that
Oh,
location?
definitely. No, no, like not even no second thought, no hesitation. No. I
Okay.
called you, remember? I believe I called you saying, hey, I'm going back. They
Okay,
decided they
okay.
wanted us back. So
Okay,
yeah,
good. So so that means for if there are other students that's going to that location, it would be good for you and Nasilia to probably rope them in to prepare them for what to expect and all of that, right?
of course, it's amazing. Just let me just they try to accommodate you in every way possible.
That is so nice. And I love
Just a little bit of insight. Yeah, we
that.
not pay no rent. When
What?
I buy food, them feed we. Them food not great every day.
But it
But
can eat.
yeah, and then even like when we say they try to accommodate we, like we have a little crew house where we can go to and we'll cook our own foods and stuff.
Nice. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
So that's
So
cool.
did you guys do anything special in return for them? Because it sounds like they were really, really sweet.
There was this time that I used a deep fryer for the first time. We did some deep fried chicken, barbecue, and hot and spicy for the entire crew, and they all loved it. And we've cooked for them on multiple occasions,
Okay,
which they
nice.
all love.
So
So yeah,
you shared a little bit of our Jamaican cuisine with them.
yes, for
Nice.
sure.
Nice.
And
Awesome.
one of my guests, of course,
Yes.
I gave her some curry chicken, white rice, and they loved it. And when we were leaving, they cried.
Aw.
Yeah.
That's oh my God. So I'm so happy that you guys had an awesome time there. And I'm glad that you left a positive impression on them as well. Because the people them that would not cry, them never honestly, genuinely really loved having you guys there, right?
Maybe not, maybe not. I mean, I had one guest who, gave me a little bit of racist vibes, but that at
Oh,
least not my problem.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, you know
Yeah,
what? At times you're going to find those people, but the good always outweigh the bad ones.
yeah. And they always come around because, I
Yeah.
mean, who not gonna love me?
Like seriously.
Yeah.
Okay, good, good, good. Thank you so much that you were able to chip in and share a little insight about your experience there. Anyone on the live wants to ask any question about the location that they went to?
Miss, what state did they go to? We know the place, but not the state.
I think she had said it, wasn't it Wisconsin? It's
That
Wisconsin.
is right. Yeah, it was Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. Yeah, they went to Wisconsin.
Oh,
Five-field
okay. Thank you,
Wisconsin.
thank you.
It was really
Yeah.
great. They had about 3 leagues. Oh, we also played softball every Thursday with the guests, which was something I look forward to.
Okay, nice. I hear like
What
someone
was
Um,
the
trying to ask
location?
one
something.
question is one question. Where is the place?
What place is it?
Fifield, Wisconsin.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
What was the job description?
It was a server.
Okay.
That's what we did. They also had another position because there was two other Jamaicans
Can
who
you
did
can you
housekeeping.
repeat where the place is again?
Sure, Fifield, Wisconsin.
You heard that?
I'll type it in the chat.
Right. Type it in the chat. Leave your, if you're on social media, you want them to follow you. Again, I think you guys do an excellent job in terms of presenting and sharing your experiences. And you guys should be the ones out there on these social media platforms, TikTok and Instagram, sharing your stories and encouraging other students to participate. Because you have some students who only share the bad about J1. So for the mere fact that you guys have a good side and a good story to tell about J1, please go on your platforms and share it. And guys, students, please go ahead and follow them. All right. So type your social media handles in the platform. All right. So I'm going to open the floor because we're going to have to end shortly.